Hello, welcome to KOA Solutions TV. Today we have here Katherine, the owner of Katherine Medina Yoga and Wellness. We want you guys to know her in Calgary, in the community of Calgary, and all the world. Katherine, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. So happy to see you here, Katherine. We'll go to a couple of questions. We want the audience, to know you. What you do, who are you as a human being,
For
because
sure.
you're an amazing person we know. What do you think, Katherine?
Sounds great.
Sounds great. Okay, let's start it. Katherine, tell us about what is the main purpose. What is Katherine Medina Yoga and Wellness? What is this about?
It's really about creating a safe space for people to come and maybe be in a space that is a little bit more welcoming than studios, gyms that have people that are very experienced. I create a safe space for people of all ages and body types to come and experience a little bit of yoga, a little bit of fitness, a little bit of meditation, and then show them that they're absolutely great and that they can do it, and then they can go on to bigger and better.
It's amazing. Then you tell me your main purpose of business is people feel more comfortable with what they do, even though they don't know too much about yoga, but they can join your team and they can feel like powerful, better, and great about their bodies
Absolutely.
and learning mostly.
Absolutely. So my business really started out with nude yoga for women,
Okay.
to empower women to come and feel safe and proud and see that their body looks just like other women's. We tend to draw power from other people without sort of knowing. So you can see a woman with, a belly that you're not proud of, but then she's flaunting hers, and you're like, oh, well, I can do that. So we as a collective group of women draw power from each other and for each other, and we tend to boost each other up in a group like that. But then it just started to grow from there, and I found it wasn't just women, it was people of all ages, all orientations, all body types, all abilities. It just was a really great way to come together from people that especially have body image issues.
Okay, somebody who is not confident with their body, and you help them to feel connected, to feel like we are the same people, we are the same, feel comfortable to come join us.
We all have the same things. We all have similar scars and lumps and bumps and terrible tattoos. We all have
Beautiful.
but we're all beautiful. Exactly. It's all of it is a story. All of it is a place that we started from and came to and got to here where we are. So, but people get shy of those things, and that needs to go away. We're all beautiful, powerful, important people.
It's amazing. See, guys, you are beautiful. Katherine, just going back to who were you before? Who were Katherine before all this yoga? Before all this yoga business, who were Katherine? What Katherine was doing? What was Katherine at that time?
Sure. So I was married. I had a corporate job. I was in transportation. I worked for a trucking company for quite a number of years. I raised 3 beautiful daughters, and they're starting to, well, of course they went through some body image things, which was eye-opening for me. But as they started to move out and grow into their own beautiful women, young women, I had to redefine who I was. And I wasn't the person that was going to fight for a corporate job anymore. I didn't want to fight for a big company. I wanted to fight for these women that were up and coming and these people that just needed a little bit more strength.
Okay. Then you find out a really good way to help them. And you also feel connected with them, right?
I do. It was very controversial in the beginning, obviously.
Okay.
So I did just mostly start out with nude yoga.
Okay.
And that was a few years coming and growing and, sort of blood, sweat, and tears. But it was very powerful for a lot of people. And so those handful of people, I just had to keep going for them because it just felt like the right thing to do. And now I'm continuing to grow. I've added in some textile classes for young adults that are less able bodied, so everything from wheelchairs to walkers to just seniors with dementia, that type of thing. But the message is still the same, and so it's very separate, but the message is exactly the same.
Just, you tell me like now is you involve everyone, like everyone can be in your class, people with disability, doesn't matter if it's a wheelchair, you say like a mental illness, doesn't matter who it is, you just fit all the community to feel connected, to feel in the yoga. Yoga, I guess, means union, right?
Absolutely. So I do some kids classes with yoga and art.
Okay.
I do some young adults with disabilities, everything from wheelchairs to autism to Down syndrome, all kinds of things. And then I was into seniors with disability, dementia, and just limited mobility. And then I also have that small group that is the nude group that is a little bit separate, but my message is the same through all of those classes. So that's why I've started to expand and grow into more than just nude yoga. Wow,
that's just amazing, because what you're talking about, like I know what you say, some groups is just like the young people who want to are really, really fit and they go to yoga, and the people who, I think yoga is really important for everyone, and you open that door to like all the people who don't feel like they fit on yoga, but actually everybody can fit. Because your message is be open and be connected to the community. That's just great. Just okay, then tell me when like the first time, when do you started like to open, like when 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when you started to open like these yoga classes, like as a Katherine wellness?
So it was about 5 years ago, towards the end of 2015, October, I think, of 2015. So coming up 5 years. Wow. And and it's quite evolved. It's an amazing community of people and teachers. I have teachers that come in and teach different styles. I have classes for just men. I have classes for just women. I have all kinds of classes. And then even so, Katherine Medina Wellness isn't just about all of the physical stuff too. So I offer some art classes and meditations and things, because it's not just about your body, it's about your mind too. You need to slow down and focus on something that's not about anybody else but yourself.
Wow, that's so powerful, because I guess nowadays we are connected to all the world, right?
That's right.
And we want to be everywhere, but we are everywhere but not with ourselves, right?
That's
right.
And
I think people are scared to be with themselves, right? Because
they really are, and the world is changing at warp speed. So you have to know who you are, because if you don't know who you are, it's going to be hard to apply yourself in other areas of your life. You need to take the time for yourself.
It's amazing. You see, like that's amazing what you say, and also I think also that make you feel more connected to them, feel happy by yourself, and then help them to feel happy too, right?
That's right.
But then, just tell me how all these connections, all these yoga, all these classes, how that changed your life?
Well, it was a major adjustment. I didn't have to wear high heels and dress up in a business attire anymore. I didn't have a 9-to-5 punch clock. So going into it, I thought, oh, this is going to be great. But it was actually quite a culture shock, because the corporate world was all that I knew before. I mean, I'd gone to yoga and I did fitness and I, ate well and that type of thing. But when I actually had to slow down and apply myself in that capacity, it was quite a challenge in the very beginning. And but now it's so easy to just kind of put the heavy stuff down and just read a book, go for a walk, go for a run, do my classes, whatever I have to do. I have more time to listen to people. I've held such a safe space for a lot of people. I've heard a lot of stories about where people have come from because of just coming into one of my nude classes, for example, you know, you feel vulnerable and you work through that. So I had this crazy busy corporate life, and now I feel blessed and honored that people allow me to hold space and hold their energy and their whatever they've got going on. They just sort of give it to me for a minute and they focus on themselves, and then they realize that it's not that hard anymore, and it just gives them a little bit more.
Well, oh, that's really powerful. I guess people, as you say, people need to be more connected with them, and by what you do, you really help them to know themselves, and you really, it's the place when you can connect to yourself and with others for real, right?
Yeah.
Not in the normal life when everybody's like going crazy, and this one is a place to really, really connect to people and yourself and feel like you fit for real, right?
For sure.
And
And there are people that just love to come to my nude classes, for example, and they're experienced yogis, and they know the lingo, and they know the postures and the poses and that type of thing. So and then they come in, and the people that are new to it still feel warm and welcome, and the experienced people feel warm and welcome. So it's all of a sudden just bringing out a very diverse group of people together to all be the same.
wow, no, that's amazing. I think it's something really new. People don't know too many about like nudity activities, but you just cover everything. You cover kids, you cover adults, disabilities, you cover old people, you cover this. You say you're private. You're really trying to cover whole community. Like everybody's welcome. It's no one to get. Like,
Absolutely.
Hey Katherine, just the last question we just asking, what this Katherine Medina Yoga Wellness, what you leave to the community, what's your message to the community who is seeing you, what your legacy for your business?
For sure. So I think that I would like for Calgary just to come to a place of open-mindedness and respect for people and other people and themselves, and just come together to a place that's just welcoming and understanding.
Okay, just for people who you want to practice yoga, you are new, and maybe you feel you are too old, or maybe you want to try it and maybe you don't feel comfortable. Here's Katherine. Just what's the message for that people, Katherine? What you can tell them?
Really, you're beautiful and you're important, and low self-esteem and poor fitness, and all of those things can be changed, and we can fix those things together, and people just have to remember that they're important. Everyone is important.
Okay. See guys, Katherine, thank you very much. If you're watching us, remember how important you are. Just not for Katherine, just for everyone in this world. And Katherine, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. You take the time to come with us and just talk about you. Guys, this is Katherine. She's in Calgary. But guys, we are open. Any questions, any comments on the video, Katherine will answer you. And thank you very much for watching. Katherine, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.